and studies in many different circumstances. Of course, China, India, and Vietnam are the current icons. Figure 1 gives the scatter plot of the growth openness outcomes for developing countries and the best fit line, that straight line that cuts across. Second, per capita income growth speeds up, while income inequality slows down poverty reduction. Figure 2 gives the compressed scatter plot of poverty reduction growth outcomes for developing countries, and of course also the best fit line. Thirdly, income inequality on average does not rise on average with the rise in economic growth. And figure 3 gives the scatter plot of income inequality growth outcomes and the best fit line. And that's how it looks. There is only weak evidence that openness increases income inequality. Barrow, for example, in 2007 claims yes, but it is not very robust. And there is still a very spirited controversy over whether income inequality serves as a drag on growth. Deininger and Squire in 1998 say yes, again guardedly, but in a very careful study, Forbes in 2000 said it is a robust no, and in fact it is the wrong sign. The nature of economic research. There is of course evidence that income inequality has risen in China and India. Since higher income inequality raises poverty incidence, and openness may raise inequality, the indirect syllogistic approach is therefore not going to be conclusive in the openness-poverty nexus debate. Even if one side or the other becomes the data's chosen bride, the question still remains. Why do some countries and regions benefit from openness, East Asia, for example, while others appear not to, Sub-Saharan Africa, for example? If two countries exhibit similarly open, exhibit markedly different economic performance, it means that other factors may be at work, and not necessarily that openness is bad for the laggards. The study we're doing for the Poverty Project, headed by esteemed colleague Professor Balisacan, skirts the indirect approach, relating openness directly to poverty reduction. This avoids the controversial income inequality openness nexus. The paper discussing the data, the sources, the definitions is available, and I'm not going to be able to spend time on that anymore. The results. We report results only for statistically significant factors impacting poverty reduction. Table 1 gives the responses. We make the following observations. A rise in per capita income increases poverty reduction. That is an accepted result. Intuitively accepted. A rise in income inequality lowers poverty reduction. Also accepted. A rise in the proportion of government spending to total GDP slows down poverty reduction. A rise in the quality of regulation, which is our proxy for governance, robustly advances poverty reduction. Voice and accountability, on the other hand, by itself is a drag. But if you combine it with openness, is a boost for poverty reduction. And finally, our variable of interest, openness, remains an important positive contributor to poverty reduction. Again, why do some countries benefit from openness while others don't? The answer appears to lie in the crucial role played by the quality of governance. A market economy requires a modicum of peace and order, contract enforcement, property rights protection, all coming under the rubric of what Kenneth Arrow calls a modicum of morality in order to flourish. Most of sub-Saharan Africa, unfortunately, seems to lack this modicum. Kenya is just the latest example of precipitous implosion into disorder. East Asia, however, is largely better endowed. When uncertainty from bad governance is very, very steep, the investment horizon becomes very short, and carpetbaggers and fly-by-nights, foreign as well as local, will operate in the market, leading, of course, to disastrous outcomes. Openness to us is just a window of opportunity. To exploit the opportunity, we must put our house in order. That, I think, is the great challenge of our time. Thank you.